41 minutes in, it looks like 41 minutes and 31 seconds, and then just gone.
And then just gone.
4 views, though. I don't know who 4 views were, but.
Our views, probably.
No, I hadn't watched it.
There was a new subscriber.
Okay, that's pretty crazy.
I'm trying to get it back going up here a second. It should be up now.
You want to go outside where it's 112 degrees, or you want to stay in here in the AC? What do you want to do, puppy? All right, I'll do it for you. You stay here. You stay here where it's safe, so you don't burst into flames. Come here.
Oh yeah, did I tell you I got the type 2 diabetes now? Samaj?
No, but I'm not surprised.
Too much sugar.
Yeah.
But now that I know, I'm already almost down into like the correct numbers with my blood sugar, like just from diet, not from anything else. So pretty handling that. It should be back up. Stream should be working again.
I figured.
Noise.
Because it was super simple. Just get the shit out, and then all of a sudden, all the inflammation is gone, and all the fucking, like less pain, and
yeah. That's just how it is. I'm telling you, shit. Like,
sugar is just not the way forward, man. We got to find something else.
Well, sugar needs to be in like small amounts. I mean, a lot of people eat way too much sugar. Not to mention the type of sugar we have is way worse than it's ever been. Because we have like overly
fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, the high fructose corn syrup is really too overly done. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got the corn syrup. You got all the other preservatives that they add in there, and then we have all the chemical dyes. Even though I know RFK, like, he banned like all those various different chemical dyes because they are super bad for you and guaranteed to give you diabetes. For some bizarre reason, like, even though beet juice is cheap and not hard to put in there, and we can use it as a dye, for some reason they invested a lot of money to make a new dye or make a new.
That's really strange.
I don't know, because they essentially, it's like a heavily modified beet juice, and I'm like, why? Just use the normal beet juice. It doesn't change anything, and it costs you less. So, for some reason, they're playing this game. I'm not sure why. I have theories, but none of them are good.
Everything must be as synthetic as possible. Get as far away from natural as you can.
I think that
they're the attitude.
I think they're trying to muddy the waters because, like, there's like bigger players putting stuff into foods, and as soon as you start taking all the diabetes and cancer causing preservatives out of various different types of foods, it circles in on bigger ones that have been doing it for a longer time. Like,
yeah, there's a lot of stuff in foods that is real fucking like bad. Like they don't allow it in the UK at all. And a lot of the stuff that's in our foods in the US. I don't know about Canada. You guys may or may not have stricter food laws.
Well, sort of. Some that we don't get, but a lot of it we still do. I'll tell you right now, if you want to be smart, especially if you're in America, do not under any circumstances eat bread. I'm serious.
Oh, there are. You have to be really, like, if you're going to eat bread, eat it from like the local bakery that's like the people you actually know down the street, or make your own bread. Don't buy it from a store. Don't buy it from any sort of corporate chain. But like, you can get like sourdough from the local bakery, and you're probably doing all right.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, it
depends on if they're making their own, like, from. As long as they're the corporate fucking bread dough delivery thing and then baking it, like, that's the problem. Is the corporate foods.
Okay, so what I would say is not even so much that, because a lot of times, like, they put a heavy amount of various different types of preservatives in flour, So it's like you can't even go to a grocery store and buy flour or even get the ingredients to make your own bread. A lot of that stuff's been heavily tampered with. I hate to say this, but like the only way you can make anything that's relatively good is to go on Amazon and buy flour imported from Italy. Because that's the only stuff.
Italian flour.
Because what they do is they put in preservatives and stuff into the flour as well to keep it going. So and especially in the bleach one, even though the unbleached is also really bad for other reasons, but like the bleached flour, it's really, really bad. That's, and even if you go to your local bakery, if they make it from like local flour, it's pretty much no good. And so you can't really, even though the bakeries I'm sure are good meaning, I mean they also suffer because where are they going to get their ingredients? And it's kind of the problem. So if you're going to make it at home, you gotta get Italian flour because that's the only untampered flour that's been out there. Everything else has pretty much been tampered with, unless you go like spend even more money to get it from like Japan or something, because they don't allow that shit over there.
Oh yeah, Japanese flour.
Yeah,
Probably
why was flour ever bleached? Because it saps out like nutrients and shit, right?
Okay, so for one reason, for a really long time, the whiter and softer your bread was, the better your status was.
Oh god, okay.
Right? And so like, yeah, and so it's just a thing from that. They started bleaching the fucking flour to make it whiter so that they could make more white bread, so you could be more higher status with your white bread. That's pretty much it. And it's that fucking
I feel like
dumb.
I feel like there's a racial undertone to that.
Well, this is
maybe not
a long time ago. Yeah, I don't know. This is from like
oh, you mean back
the Middle
when people
Ages
were
and
way
shit.
more racist?
Oh yeah, no, just
yeah, I don't know. That's what I always thought. I'm like, oh, they must think like, no, we can't have food. You got to make everything as white as possible, whenever possible.
Yeah. Well, the thing was, the peasants had to grind the whole wheat kernel into their flour in order to be able to like eat it. So their bread was whole grain looking, like gray, grayish.
Right.
And so that was like the separating point was like you
gotcha.
could afford to have that nasty gray stuff removed from your bread. Although, if you think about it,
just straight status.
At the end of the day, I think I'd rather have that nasty gray stuff in my bread because it's a lot healthier and honestly a lot tastier.
Yeah.
Whole grain breads have always been like more flavorful, or like a good sourdough or something. You know, it's like there's a lot of other options that are just better.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. Yeah. I've been terraforming this one planter. Just for whatever reason, the ground was so fucking uneven. Every time I'd water it, like half of it would be flooded, and then the top half would be, well, not dry, but definitely not flooded. So I've been terraforming it over the last 4 or 5 days. Now it's uniformly flooded almost.
Ooh, fun time.
Yeah. Dude, some kind of animal burrowed into the others named sunflower.
Oh, that's too bad.
And I don't know what it is. It was, I just saw it like out of the corner of my eye this morning. I didn't, so it must have been something fairly recent. So I didn't see what the hell it was that went back into the hole. But something burrowed in there. When I water it, maybe I'll flush it out and we'll see what I hope it's not a snake. I don't think it was. It seemed like more of a rodent type thing that I saw. But I really hope it's not a fucking snake.
Yeah. That would kind of suck. I'm not a big fan of snakes. Like, and mainly just because I don't know which ones are, like, poisonous.
Yeah. Here you kind of assume they're poisonous. Because most of them are.
Because most of them are.
Yeah.
That's always nice to
Most
know.
of the animals. Most of the lizards and fucking snakes. Yeah. Treat them all as poison. Oh, fuck. That's a big lizard. There's like this albino fucking lizard thing that keeps popping up. Hey, buddy, you cold? You hot? Here's some water. I thought that would help. Took off running when I sprayed him with the hose. Shocking.
Well, yeah, out of nowhere, water hits you. It's just more confusing.
Like
than
112 out. Fucking
That's
112 degrees. You
poor,
should be
poor
thanking me.
lizard. Poor lizard.
I just
I
got
had it
home
on
from
the mist setting.
I just got home from the new Spider-Man movie.
Oh, you saw
Oh,
the new
yeah.
Spider-Man.
How's
Okay,
that?
how was that?
It was pretty good. I'm not gonna say it was fantastic, but it was good. I did have a good time. So, yeah, it's probably gonna make a lot of money.
That is a ringing endorsement for movies nowadays, dude.
Oh God,
Considering how
it's so-
horrible everything's been, so that's good to hear.
yeah. Well, it's embarrassing for Marvel because it's like, you know, the only good Marvel movie you got is from a different studio. It's like, oh, so anything you make is it's cancerous, apparently.
Mm. Oh yeah, Sony still have Spider-Man?
Oh yeah,
Or
they still
did?
no, they still have it.
Okay. Okay.
They ain't gonna give that one up. I wish they'd stop making all those other terrible Spider-Man adjacent movies like Kraven the Hunter and Morbius.
Madam Web.
Oh God,
Or
man!
the show, Madam Web show. It's fucking horrible, apparently.
Oh, it's terrible. I did not like Madam Web.
Man, nobody did it. From what I understand, dude. It was one of those unifying internet moments, like hating Velma. Everybody hated that shit.
Oh yeah, that was gnarly. That was a gnarly cartoon. Oh man, that was just.
Why?
I like
Why,
just so
Like,
gross.
yeah, it made you uncomfortable. Not even just bad, like pissed. You were just like uncomfortable watching it. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Like they fucking started with a bunch of what, like girls in the shower naked, like talking, like in high school shower. That was just like, what the fuck are we doing, guys? Like, this is not Scooby fucking Doo, bro. Like,
why would you think this is a good idea? And then why is she this Indian woman or whatever she is? I don't even know what she is.
Oh, Mindy Kaling. Yeah, she lost her fucking mind. She should have stayed ugly and not tried to do a bunch of plastic surgery or whatever.
oh,
yeah, it seemed like
did
a
she do a lot of
self-insert,
plastic
didn't it?
surgery? Yeah, that never works out.
Yeah, the Velma thing seemed like a heavily self-insert situation.
That's what a lot of these like activist writers do. They can't write anything but themselves. They put a self-insert. It never works.
Yeah, they know they can't come up with a real IP because they have no fucking talent.
Well, you know, they say
So
write
they
what
just
you
write
know,
themselves
right?
into-
So if you're an incredible narcissist, what else can you write? Like, you only know yourself because you're a fucking narcissist.
Well, and it's not just that. Like they always get these young writers like straight out of school, and a lot of them have no credit. They have no real understanding, and most of them have never even lived their own life. Most of them have never even had a job.
Yeah.
So, like how were you?
Trust fund baby.
Like it used to be that you get people that like because most writers were usually in their like late 20s, early 30s to start off, and they just do like little things, like maybe an episode of a TV show or something. That way, if the episode doesn't do well, there's still other episodes. So you can have multiple writers. It's not a big deal, and then they can learn.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's just like, well, we got the IP and that's popular, so let's hire the cheapest fucking writers we can find to write for it, because the IP is so popular that it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
Well, it's also if you get,
and it turns out it matters a little bit.
Well, if you get younger writers, I mean, they're less likely to push back against the big theater because it's like you get someone that's more experienced, like a Steven Spielberg. He'll tell you like, no, that's stupid. We're not doing that. And what are you going to tell him? No, probably not. But a younger person's like, hey, I want the payday. So, but then they'll get the job. They'll write for a big or write the big superhero, whatever else, and same thing with the directors, 'cause you get young directors too. And then they'll do their thing, and everyone will hate it. And then they can, if it's bad, they just blame the directors or the writers.
Or the racist audience. The
Exactly.
racist, bigoted audience. Yeah.
That way, infinitely, it's just because a lot of people like look at this and think like, how can you have so many bad movies? Why are you having so many bad things? Don't you at least have the competency to hire someone that can actually do their job? And they can, but they choose not to. And that's usually because
Ideologue shit is more important than profit.
yeah, well, and
Ideologue.
there was a lot of theories behind that, because like it used to be like when you make a movie, you had to rely on advertisers like Pepsi, Dr. Pepper, Doritos, that kind of stuff. And you'd have like these inserts in the movie, like that like you'll eat pizza or whoever else or whatever else. But less and less people were eating out, less and less, like soda was a big contributor, like Coke and Pepsi and all that. But millennials and later generations are drinking less and less and less soda. And so we're actually seeing a huge decline in that, and we're seeing an increase in juice. So, like, yeah,
which is ironically probably just as bad for you as soda. So it's not like even like a healthier option.
Yeah, well, I mean, trends are changing. So, like, when millennials stopped drinking soda, then they stopped funding for the movies, and then they had to go other places for revenue. And so you had these bigger, conglomerates like BlackRock and Vanguard, and they said, "Oh yeah, we'll give you money, and you don't even have to advertise for us. You don't even have to recognize our names, but you do have to put in our social things because we're a social company." And so that's when they say things like, "We want to see more diversity. We want to see more representation. We want more this and that." Because those are the clauses that you have to do in order to get the money for the movie. And that's
you guys remember back when that first came in, they accidentally did the order as DIE, where it literally spelled out die. So it's diversity, inclusion, and equity. They didn't see a problem with that until later. Like, oh, let's change it to DEI.
Yeah.
Let's not spell die with our fucking.
Yeah, it's a little too on the nose at that point.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I am not surprised in the slice that's what happened. But yeah, that's why we end up the way we are. I know that there are competent writers, there's competent creatives, there's plenty of people who can make good stuff. They just don't let them in. Now, granted, they pretty much have to change that because these movies are taking a toll. It used to be a brand recognition and all that would keep them going, but now that's fading. And so, like, it's ruining the name to the point where now people can't even go off to because Disney would make their money in like the theme parks and everything. So even the movie isn't that great, they still make it up in the theme parks. But now people can't even go to that because, well, for one, it's too expensive to go to theme parks now. They keep increasing the price. And now the movies are hurting. So now they have to make the movies good so people will go to the theme parks. And hopefully the prices will get better. So they need good stuff. That's why this Spider-Man movie is really good. Like I'm not going to say it's excellent, but it is really good. It's a fun time. It's a bit long. It's like 2 hours. I mean, and there is some homework. So you had to have seen the other movies, but it's not like a huge burden.
Oh no.
I will say it's great to get a movie that's not like the fate of the world depends on this. It's like, oh, we not a nice low grade local movie would be great, and that's kind of what we got here.
This one wasn't it's not the storyline where like Peter like sold his soul or something, or broke up the relationship to save Aunt May or something like that. That's not the story, is it?
No, it's nothing like that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You know what one I'm talking about, where he made a deal with Mephisto or whatever. Okay, all right, cool. I know the word day was in there somewhere, so I was like, maybe that's it.
I know.
Okay. This is the one where he had to like be forgotten by everybody by a Doctor Strange spell to save the world, I think.
That was the last one, and this one's the aftermath. from
Oh,
that.
okay. Then I haven't watched
Yeah.
the last
Oh,
one.
the last one was like that. Okay, all right. So in the
Yeah.
comics, it was
I didn't even realize there was another one
Okay.
besides. Okay, so I have 2 Spider-Man
Or is
movies
that
to
different?
watch.
Is that different than the one where he had to break up the relationship with him and is that different, the last movie, or is
I'm
that the
pretty
same
sure.
kind of thing?
The last one was the one where, well, it was a multiverse kind of thing. So like, Doctor Strange was trying to, help Peter out, and shit went down, and then the spell essentially created like a rift, and other Spider-Man from the other movies came in. We had like Andrew Garfield, and we had Tobey Maguire come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I thought. Yeah. And then this is the one where like he has to basically pay the Reapers, so to speak.
Well, that didn't happen in this one. But I mean, like,
this isn't the one where everybody doesn't know who he is, and he has to figure out how to fix that.
He's not trying to fix it because he figures there's no way that if he fixes it, he might put them at risk. So he's trying to live without trying to fix it. Even though
okay, that's what I thought this one was. Okay, never mind. Okay,
he desperately wants a relationship with his. Yeah, he wants his friends. He wants his girlfriend back. But it's like, if I do this, that puts him in danger. Yeah. It's one of those, like, I'm the only one that remembers everything, and I gotta live with that.
Kind of like Wolverine in the House of M.
Yeah, kind
He's
of like
the only one that knows that the Scarlet Witch lost her mind and warped the world into where almost everybody was.
Yeah, it was kind of like that.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with that one, Stabby, that's actually a pretty decent storyline. Imagine if somebody with the reality warping powers of Scarlet Witch loses her mind.
That is terrifying.
What kind of crazy shit? Yeah, it's a fucking. I loved it. Great.
That was kind of the multiverse of madness. Doctor Strange, and he has to deal with the Scarlet Witch, and she's going around being a psycho killer. It was just stupid because she wanted like her kids back from a reality that wasn't real. It was it was a convoluted story. Yeah, it was just a convoluted story. It wasn't that great, but I mean, it was still entertaining.
I remember when I first got into comics, there was that storyline, like her and Vision's mad kids. And then they had to keep firing their fucking nannies because the nannies would fucking say, your kids disappear when you stop thinking about them. Like they kept, you know what I mean? They had to keep firing nannies for pointing out the fact that the kids stop existing any second or any moment that Scarlet Witch isn't thinking about them. So yeah, probably a little different, but I thought it was a weird story, but kind of interesting. But yeah, just that fucking level of power, dude. To be able to fucking just reshape the entire fucking, plane of existence to where, yeah, you and your dad Magneto or whatever get to rule the world.
Yep.
And only Wolverine remembers. Only Wolverine knows. Oh shit, I'm getting close to the fucking burrow hole. Hopefully whatever animal's in there is not in.
Not in there right now. All right, I'll be right back. I get to the restroom real quick.
Yeah.
What else? Now I'm thinking of all my favorite storylines, comic book things. Did you ever read the Earth X ones?
I believe so, but that was like a long time ago. I can't even remember them.
So like the kind of dystopian future, like where everybody essentially, or pretty much everybody, are mutants or whatever. Like there's a kid born with psychic powers, and like when he's born, literally the moment all the other psychics on the planet die. And he ends up going by the Red Skull moniker. But he can just control everybody's fucking mind. Yeah, it's an interesting one. It's one of my fucking all-time favorites. I think the Comics Explained guy covered the whole series.
I would not be surprised.
Yeah, it was a fairly popular one. I remember reading comics. It was one of the huge lots I got back when I first got sober, and my buying comic lots on eBay was my kind of what do you call it? Substitute addiction. But yeah, it was one of the books. One of the what do you call them? The trade paperback type. Where it's a compilation of a shitload of comics. Yeah, I got Earth X was in one of those lots, and I was like, God damn, this story's fucking awesome. Yeah, like it was at fuck. Reed Richards ends up being Doctor Doom, basically. Like he thinks he did something. He thinks he did something to cause everybody to get mutated. Too. It turns out not to be the case, but like it fucked him up mentally, and he ended up like taking over and like, moving to Latveria and shit.
Right.
Yeah, it's a pretty good story, man. Like I said, I wish they'd make something like that. I don't know how well that would translate, though. You know what I mean? There's some shit that's great as a comic book storyline that wouldn't necessarily translate all that well to a movie or even TV form. So I don't know how well it would work.
It can be done, but you need like a top-notch team to be able to do it.
Yeah, yeah. And then there are some stories that just aren't going to, you know what I mean? That are only going to be good in the comic.
Yeah.
Yeah, or incredibly difficult. I guess there's probably a way to make anything. But as far as the odds of it working, there's a few that are pretty low odds.
I'm just skimming it right now, the Earth X, and I see why I didn't pick it up. I'm not a fan of the artwork.
Oh, yeah, I don't pay attention to that shit.
Yeah, I do. It's really hard for me to get into something if the artwork is just not something I can really tolerate. It really turns me off. Granted, if I start reading it, I mean, the story might hook me. So, like, I can get past certain things. I do have comics that are like, I don't like the artwork, but boy, I love that story.
Yeah. So I had a friend of mine that was constantly drawing. He was an artist. And I remember giving him like my Sin City comics. And yeah, he was talking about how much he loved the artwork and shit. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I didn't notice. I just thought the stories were good. You know, the one that was made into the movie. Yep.
Well, Sin City has a very striking art style that.
Yeah, Frank Miller, right?
Yeah, Frank Miller. Yeah, great work. His modern day stuff is a bit, it's a bit different. But can you blame the guy? He's had like what, multiple strokes, and his health isn't the greatest.
Right.
He's still hanging on in there, still doing comics. So good for him.
Nice.
Yeah.
I just wonder, how well known was Ethan Van Sciver when he was in the industry?
Well, he was another one that I don't actually care for his art style. I mean, I respect the guy and what he's accomplished. It just wasn't something I was big into. I think he did really well. I mean, he worked on Green Lantern for like a long time, and he created a lot of the super iconic characters, and he was there for a lot of the really big moments, like the Black Lantern storyline, which was pretty huge. It's like the most horrific Green Lantern story out there. By horror, I mean like what if zombies, but they're all lanterns, or like they resurrect dead superheroes, and now they're now they're like that. So it's a big deal.
That's pretty scary.
It is.
That's an interesting concept. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they just sort of bring about all kinds of different rings, because it's all about the rings, like, and they're like floating around different planets, and they're just going around killing people, and the black ring will just go right on them, and here they come back. It's like a never-ending army of dead.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it was a pretty big deal.
Nice. Yeah, I love the what if type shit like that. Like, fuck, man, what if it fell into the wrong hands? What if it fell into this scenario? Fuck, what would that look like? Yeah, those are fun. Or
They
terrifying, whatever.
Yeah, they can be. I know that my only problem with what ifs is like if the story is really really good, and it's like I wish this was in the main story, and then they try to bring in the main story with like multiverse nonsense. I'm like, no, I wish they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, any kind of multiverse or time travel. Fucking, yeah. You're always asking for trouble with that shit, in my opinion. No multiverses, no time travel, goddammit.
Yeah, I'm pretty much done with that. But unfortunately, it is what it is. I mean, it got really popular with Deadpool in particular, so they'll probably keep doing it.
Yeah.
Well,
It does make it like infinite writing possibilities, I suppose.
well,
Like, oh no, this is a different universe. So none of that other shit happened here.
exactly.
It's kind of lazy, in my opinion. It can be good, but it's mostly, I think, just kind of a lazy fucking contrivance.
It's fun for a what if, but it'd be best if they, you know, keep it limited. Don't do it that often, but they just keep going with it, and then they try to make it like a big deal, and I kind of wish they would stop. My biggest thing is like Spider-Man's one of the most popular characters out there, and so you can't just make multiple, like you can't just come up with like 5 different Spider-Man books. Like mostly what they do is they try to have him in different comics. Like he'll guest appear in like Avengers or in or Captain America or something. And you know they'll try that, but that tends to wane after a while. And then they do the multiverse things, and they have all these different versions of Spider-Man, and then they bring them in, and then they have the clones, and then they saturate because what makes a character special, like with the storyline and all that, then they just bring in variations like the clones and all that. Like, not.
Yeah. Although I guess they did it in the comics all killed off and resurrected. You know, just the fucking what, 80s at least. So I guess it's not that different. Well, I think they put in one of the characters where they literally had one of the characters say, like, you know, they're kind of making fun of themselves and like writing a character that says that. Not exactly the same thing as multi-universes. Still, you're still fucking with reality. Either way.
Well, and nowadays, of course, like they try to bring in other semi-popular characters because we got like that Gwen Stacy Spire character that was like fairly popular, so they try to bring her into the main story. But I'm just done with that. I mean, she's still popular, which is why they keep going. And then they got the Miles Morales Spider-Man. They're all characters with the exact same powers as Spider-Man, and that's why it gets annoying. Like, come on. We're just that.
Like just no variation at all. It's a different universe. Different. I mean, come on, make the powers at least a little different.
It's the same reason, like when you talk about like Spider-Man and you talk about Miles Morales, because in his storyline he is Spider-Man, but no one outside of that in the fandom, nobody calls him that. Everyone calls him Miles Morales because he is Miles Morales. Spider-Man is Spider-Man. I'm sorry, Miles Morales is Miles Morales. If you called him something else, maybe, but most people just call him that.
Yeah, seems like the easiest way to differentiate him anyway. It's from the 2099 universe? That's Miles Morales, right?
I lost track of that stuff. I'm not sure.
Alright, fair enough. Well, I'm pretty sure I have a fucking ton of the number one is Spider-Man 2099.
Oh, that's Spider-Man
or Unlimited.
Yes, Spider-Man.
I have a giant size Spider-Man Unlimited. I got a bunch of those.
Yeah, the 2099 universe is kind of funny. It's kind of like, like a Batman Beyond, but with Spider-Man, which is cool. It's all right. I don't.
I never saw the day. Did you watch the Days of Future Past, the X-Men movie?
Yep.
How was that? Because I really like that storyline in the comics.
I enjoyed it in the sense that it wasn't modern day. Like it had like time travel stuff in there, and it had Wolverine in the past. So that was kind of cool. And so it had like the Wolverine that we are familiar with the what is it called? That prequel X-Men series, First Class.
All right.
So they had a bunch of interactions with them, and then they introduced the Sentinels, which I really appreciated because I love the Sentinels, and that's the one thing I kept hoping for in the X-Men movies. Like, do we get Sentinel? Can we see a Sentinel? We never see a Sentinel, except for the third.
Let's show the anthill, goddammit. Let's hint at the Sentinels.
Like, for some reason, and this is the part that got weird, in the third X-Men movie, it's like it was like a soft reboot. They were introducing things like power levels, which was weird. And then they had the danger room. That was like a hologram with everything, which of course didn't exist before. It just all of a sudden does. And then Wolverine gets introduced after he ripped off the head of a Sentinel. So the head goes flying in there, and he just sort of walks out from behind it. I thought, okay, that's kind of cool, but we don't have any context for any of this. None whatsoever.
Right. So yeah, like how fucking scary, dangerous the Sentinels were early on, especially.
Yeah, like I appreciate a lot of the symbolism in that movie because they were portraying like Magneto and Charles Xavier as if they were playing chess on a chessboard, and they have their team fighting their team. And I thought, oh, that's kind of cool, but I mean, there's no real connection to any of this. It's so disconnected and weird. Anyway, that's just me ranting about that movie.
Yeah. I remember I was one again when I first dude that had like a suit that accidentally somehow got like there was a Sentinel that they had destroyed, but it was like not quite destroyed, so it started just pulling in shit from around it to rebuild itself, like it could regenerate itself. And somehow he pulled in the dude with the like a mech suit. I think he went by like Nimrod or something like that. And so yeah, it was a crazy little story where like those two, like the mechanical brain of the Sentinel was combined with a dude in a mech suit. Pretty interesting. I think that was the first time they did the Siege Perilous thing where they all go judged and reborn or whatever. I don't know if you're familiar with that. That was a weird thing. Probably better if you don't. That was kind of the start of the whole fucking dying back. Or one of the first. I guess the Fall of the Mutant storyline is probably the first one. All right, I'll stop.
It's all good.
I gotta say, you're doing the keto thing.
Not right now. Not right now.
Ah, okay.
So my goal was to do I'll do like keto for the 6 months until the summertime, and then because they say do it for about 6 months, I figured, oh, okay, that's exactly the time. It's summer, so I'll do it to get beach body ready, and I did good. I was losing weight for about 3 months, and progress was going steady, and then I plateaued, and then the next 2 months after that, I lost nothing. I did everything from intermittent fasting to 3-day fasting to liquid diet stuff, and nothing worked. And so on that last month, I just said, "Fuck it, summer's early." And so I've just been living summer, just doing whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, especially if you've already put in all the work.
Yeah, I mean, I think the fasting if I stuck to it a bit more, it could have, but I really struggle with fasting.
Well, you were working out as well, right? Like you're obviously not. Yeah. You're just like doing the one thing. So yeah, I don't know.
Well, I think partially because if I had the choice at that point, do I commit to weight loss or muscle growth. Because the one thing, because when I plateaued, I didn't see any progress on weight loss, but I did see progress in muscle gain. Like I like, even though I was still a bit pudgy, I was like looking myself in the mirror. It's like, oh yeah, the muscles are going, the bulge. I haven't been this fit in a long time, and so it was like, one thing's not working, one thing is working. Which do I want? So I chose to just sort of keep going with the muscles. So I keep going to the gym. Like I'm lifting weights and stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, I got gym stories. I don't know if I told it to you guys last time. I tell you about the guy who wanted to talk to me while I was on the bench.
No, I don't think I've heard this story.
So
he was like mocking you or like judging you to your face or something.
Something like that. No, he was waving at me. He was some East Indian guy, middle-aged or whatever. He said he wanted to talk to me. He'd been to the gym for about 3 months, and he sees me there all the time. And he says like he can't even get past 40 pounds, and he sees me like lifting like 75 pounds, and it's like, God, like that's impressive. He can't carry that. So he asked me, how long have I been going to the gym? I said, well, I come here about 3 days a week for about 3 years. And he was quite surprised, like, oh, that explains why you're able to lift that much weight. All right. And then he asked me, then he says to me, like, I gotta ask, if you've been coming here for 3 days a week for 3 years, why are you so fat?
Oh, fuck. I remember that now. Oh, God. Fuck that guy, dude. Fuck that guy. That's funny.
Well, I wasn't offended, but like yeah, I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. Also, I think English isn't his first language, so he probably didn't mean it to be offensive. So I just
yeah, I'm sure he wasn't aiming to be.
Yeah, I just laughed it off, but like at that time, I just thought, well, I mean, just come out and say it. Why don't you?
Yeah.
Why are you so fat?
He clearly did.
Yeah, so that's okay. It is what it is. You know, I'll lift my weight. Oh, yeah.
So did you give him an answer?
Oh yeah, I just said it was probably the diet stuff.
That's like plateaued out kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I plateaued out. Not from lack of trying, I tell you that much. But I'm gonna go back on the diet come September, so I'm gonna enjoy my last month. And yeah.
So do you do how do you do keto? Because like I've been do you like berries and stuff, or do you just like completely eschew any and all fruit?
Oh yeah, fruit is your enemy. You don't want any fruit. Partially because they all have natural sugars, and those will always kick you out of keto. So you can have some berries, but not a lot. Like if let's say you buy like strawberries, you can only pretty much eat 2 or 3 strawberries, like per day.
Okay.
Because
I was gonna say I thought of a diabetic idea for ice cream, but I thought it might work for keto too if you used a small amount of berries.
You can. Yeah, I mean you can, but at that point it's like, why even bother? I wouldn't even bother trying it because it's like.
Because you need like that treat now and again, but I'm sure there's other options that are better.
My recommendation
for like sweet stuff.
Yeah, my recommendation is that if you go on to like Amazon and you look up keto syrup, you can get
there's a ton.
You can get like sweet syrups. You can have like Greek yogurt. So like let's say you do a Greek yogurt and you get like strawberry keto fruit syrup or whatever, just put it in there and then there you go. Nice little treat. If you really like had a sweet tooth and you wanted to have something cold like ice cream, you can use a bit of heavy cream with some whey powder, vanilla extract, and then add whatever flavoring you want. Like I have salted caramel for my coffee creamer. I could just put that in there.
I'm essentially doing that, but just with crushing the fruit.
You
and
can,
mixing it into the whipped cream. So I'm like, for me, it's a nectarine. Obviously, that wouldn't work for keto. For keto, I would say like, crush the berries and mix them with the whipped cream.
Yeah, but, I mean, you can do that, but I mean, after a while, like you want to lessen that just because you do too much, then you start craving it more, and then it'll increase your chances of.
Oh, that's not how that works for me.
Well, you can
I
try
feel
that.
bad for the people who like when they try a little bit of a treat, like it makes them crave so much that they have to like I must do it now. Like I can't like wait for like a week or two before I have another serving.
When you've been doing it for a long time, like if you're eating junk food and stuff, and you've been doing that a long time, you're switching it up there. It can be kind of hard. It's like if you're a smoker and you're trying to quit, and you're like, I'll just reduce. I'll have like maybe one cigarette a day. It gets really hard because it's like I want more than just one cigarette. It's the same thing with sweets. It's like I want more than just one bowl of ice cream, and it could be a real issue. So you can try.
Yeah, for some people, yeah.
Yeah, you can try it, but it will be a problem over time.
Nah, it's never been an issue for me. When I was on keto, I had no problem rationing out like I made little cheesecakes, and I had no problem rationing those out and only having them like once in a while.
Hmm?
It was never like must have nominee like 4 of them at once or anything. Like I never like pigged out on them or anything.
Right. That's good.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I would always say like, look up some keto syrups. That'll get your cravings done. I have like a hot chocolate in the morning. I
Yeah.
try not to drink coffee. I'll do like some caramel. I have a collagen cocoa powder, which is good for like skin and liver and all that. So you do a scoop of that, and then a little bit of cocoa powder. You can have cocoa powder, and yeah, there you go. Have my hot chocolate.
What is it that I've been trying lately is there's like a date chocolate now. Which obviously not for keto, I'm just talking about for people that are just looking at like getting rid of sugar, kind of sugary stuff. But I know they make chocolate where it's sweetened by dates, where it's literally just chocolate and date. So there's no sugar, no cream, no none of that other shit in there. It's pretty good actually. Obviously, it's gonna raise your glycemic and your blood sugar is gonna get if you're eating it no matter what. So it's not like a sugar-free kind of item. But that's an interesting one.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's going to be hard to not eat bread anymore.
Ooh, yeah, that's one that I think would be really rough.
It is. It is. I mean, you go from having bread every day to it's like, oh, I can't have it. So that's why I enjoy as much of it as I can. There's a bakery at one of my grocery stores, and I get like a sourdough and a loaf of bread and hamburger buns. I fucking love those hamburger buns. Like I eat burgers on keto because you can't do that, but instead of bread, I use like a leaf, like a lettuce leaf.
Yeah. I've done that where you wrap it in lettuce. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the greatest, but I mean, like it gets the job done.
That was one of my favorite things where I could actually get fast food. Was I would go to what do you call it? In-N-Out. And In-N-Out would do that. They would I forget what it was like animal style or something, but you order your burger with just wrapped in lettuce. They would like do a really good job with it. It was really nice. And you could get it like what I would do is I would get like the cheeseburger with mustard. And then have it wrapped in the lettuce leaf, and it was really close to having like a cheeseburger.
Let's see, I need to look this up.
It was delightful.
Okay. So, like, one of the things I like to have on my burgers is red onions. I said to double check to see if it's
Ooh,
keto.
that's a tough one. Yeah.
They are keto friendly. Yeah, you can have red onions.
Yeah, but you can't have like a lot of them though, because onions have a lot of carbs.
Well, on like a burger, you really don't want to have that much. If it's too many
Yeah.
onions, it's kind of bad.
Overpowering. Yeah.
Yeah. I also put on like some cilantro. It doesn't really add much to the flavor, but cilantro is super good for your body. It helps cleanse a lot of those various different toxins and stuff in your body. Not toxins, more like, let's just say it keeps you regular. Let's just say that it's good for you.
Like plums or prunes. Keeps you going.
I mean, yeah. Oh wow, plums are keto friendly. Go figure.
Those are really fucking high in fiber. That's why the prunes make you shit so much. Yeah, plums are like they're also very, very good for like diabetics. Like it's like 12 grams of sugar in a whole plum. It's really not much.
Yes, avocados are keto friendly. Okay, good. I figured as much. Yeah, I have to relearn all this stuff to go over it and then make sure I stock up all my groceries. That way I make sure I only get the stuff I need. I gotta start thinking about it soon. By soon I mean like in a month, but yeah.
Oh, that was an interesting one. So there is a case right now in the US where the government is suing a guy because when the police used intimidation and refused to like give him a lawyer or any of that other shit, and were basically trying to force him into giving them his password for his phone. He gave them a duress password that's built into the graphene system, so that it immediately wipes the whole thing.
Yep.
And so now the police are like super upset over that. And it's like, well, I don't know though, like you know, how is that not legal? You didn't have a warrant. Just because you really, really wanted to look through his phone doesn't give you permission to look through his phone. Like, that's kind of crazy that they're suing him at this point. I'm interested to see how it goes, though. Hopefully it goes the correct way, and he is not what do you call it? Shit out of luck for no reason.
Well, I think the logic that they're using in that one is because it's border control. It's like at the airport, and it's not the same thing as regular police. Apparently, they have extra powers that most police officers don't have.
That's just completely an invention, like a total bullshit invention. Believe it or not, their claim is it's this absurd claim that there's a buffer zone around the U.S. where like they can just do, and it's a real issue. Kind of like this idea, like there's no legal reason for it. Like they just sort of make. So right. I'm not sure. And that doesn't apply in like airports. It's never applied in airports. That's a weird one. Oh, that's what they're going for. Oh, that's really going to be interesting. I really hope it works out. Then that's a fucking concerning amount of power to give like one group. Where like, oh yeah, no, but in this area the Constitution doesn't apply. Like wait, like. When did we agree to that? That's not in the Constitution.
Indeed. We'll see how that one plays out.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah, I can't imagine there's any actual backing for that. They've just decided it, just kind of decreed it.
Yeah, it was just arbitrarily decreed at one point. That's why I hate that particular fucking set of laws.
Not real, but you never know. Like, I think it's strange because I've been hearing about this. What was about, like, even though that thing is going on with that flock camera thing, they're monitoring you. Yeah, apparently it's extended in that in some states they're trying to mandate that there has to be like surveillance inside the cars looking at the driver, and the reason that they're giving is because of drunk driving, or like if you're tired. So they're saying like if you're
But essentially the problem with that is that it's guilty until innocent then.
Well, I think the problem with that is it's not so much that, it's like if it, let's say there's an emergency like a hurricane, an avalanche or something, and you're panicked, you might look completely different than you normally do, and if the AI or whatever it is can detect that, it may shut off your vehicle. It assumes you're drunk or something. Well, at that point you're dead. And that's like, I hear this and I'm like, yeah, that should totally not be allowed. That sounds super dangerous.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so the more I hear about it going into play, because apparently it's passed or something, so they're gonna do it. I thought that was ridiculous.
Where are they gonna do this? Because like, that's my property, my car.
Yeah.
I don't know why the government feels like it has the right to go through my property like that. That's kind of.
Yep, I agree. I think that the various different levels of government are going too far with these things. Same thing with those data centers. Because like I can't remember where it was, but there was like a data center that was going up, and they passed a rule saying that the people who come over to hear us can't make noise. Like, you have to be respectful, and they just couldn't. They just kept booing and cheering and all that, saying like, no, we don't want this. And one lady, like the guy, I think,
they're
like,
stealing people's houses for that shit, man.
Yeah.
Claiming it's to benefit the fucking people. Like, who are you benefiting?
Yep.
The fucking people who are making money off that and not the public. That's bullshit.
Yeah. I don't think that should be going through, but it does. And the city and the various different city councilors are, not even remotely concerned about the will of the people. Like, yeah, well, and they're going forward with it. They eventually kicked everyone out of the one that I'm talking about, and they just unanimously passed it. So they're building up this data center. And God damn it, people.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit about the will of the people anymore.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Yep.
The sad truth. Well, that's the thing they're talking about in Europe and stuff. But personally, I think we're gonna have some revolution starting here pretty soon. The governments keep ignoring the people, and people are like, you can't just bring these invaders into my country and then expect me to like deal with it. Like, it's just not gonna.
We're waiting for the shoe to drop and for people to finally start losing their shit about this.
Yeah, it's coming. I have a feeling it's not going to be too much longer.
I like to think so.
They're burning fucking houses down in Ireland, bro. I mean, like.
Oh yeah.
Like, we're getting pretty close. I think. I don't know. Like, maybe I'm wrong. Obviously.
It's sad. As fucked up as that sounds, that's actually encouraging. You know.
I mean, it is encouraging. It is encouraging. The reason why I'm a bit like iffy on the whole thing is because even though it's encouraging, even though the majority of the population want it, if you look at various different polls about these various different politicians who push all this nonsense, they're still popular.
Are they though,
They're
or are they
yeah.
paying it off? You know what I mean? Like,
Well,
I
okay,
think
so
there's a minority of people who genuinely believe in this. They're very loud, present on the internet, but I think a substantial amount of it is all just smoke and mirrors, making people look like they're more than they are.
so if you look at the population, like because a lot of the polls that we listen to, like they only go so far. But if you look at the people who like the older generations, the baby boomers, the people who stay home and all that, that's a very big voter base. And those voter bases rarely ever leave their homes, and they're not affected by all this nonsense about all the mass immigrations and all that stuff. They're not affected. So they literally just don't see it, and they actively make sure that all the stuff that's going on doesn't hit those neighborhoods. That's why they tend to go on there. Like I look here, like here in Canada, this whole country is falling apart. But Mark Carney, our prime minister, is still extremely popular. He's still, if an election were to be held, he's gonna win, and he could potentially, get a big majority. That's a scary thought. But when you bring it down by the various different voter blocks, it's a one vote in particular that just keeps going, and it's the older generations, because they don't see it and they're not affected by it. And that's the part that always bothers me. It's like because we always say, like, how come we're tolerating this? Why are we doing all this? We can't convince the old people to change their minds. And part of the other problem is that they're stubborn. They don't want to admit that shit's going down, even though it's
God, yeah, no, the people that are responsible for this shit absolutely hate admitting it and accepting that it's wrong.
that's part of the problem. And they're the ones
that is a big fucking problem.
Yeah, and here in Canada, because it's like that's just how it is, and we can't convince them because they're stubborn. They're set in their ways. They won't change their opinions, and they're the ones who are going to make the decision. And that's why I get a bit disheartened about this whole thing. That's why you look at so many people like leaving Canada. The young people are just leaving and moving to the States or El Salvador or somewhere else because the country's falling apart, and they will not admit it. That's why it's like, my part of my goals is like, if Alberta doesn't separate from Canada in the next couple of years, it's like, I guess I gotta pack my bags and leave the country. And partially also because like we have an exit tax coming, so like if I leave, then the government's gonna send me a bill to pay like $500,000.
Wait a minute. So, if you're leaving the country, they think you're gonna just give them $500,000?
Yes, yeah, they will not approve any move or visa. They're literally going to hold me hostage in Canada if I try to leave the country.
That's fucking crazy.
Well, they tried to do it in California. They like when Tesla left and all the other ones in there.
They tried to do that to the businesses. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so happened before then, and the reason is because it's already the bullshit up here in Canada is affecting America, and I don't mean like tariffs and stuff. It's like we've approved these Chinese-made EVs, which are all spy things. It's been shown multiple times, and despite all this, like because they're spy monitoring devices, they steal all the data from the Wi-Fi's and your cell phones and whatnot. So every time they drive by, they're making this huge network up here in Canada. And despite the fact that America warned Canada not to approve this, they already approved it and they're already driving around. I saw like 3 Chinese EVs when I went out earlier today. So they're already here, they're already around, and they're stealing all your data. So it's going to be a problem because sometimes Americans go visit relatives in Canada, and sometimes Canadians come to America. So if you want to cross the border in your Chinese EV, they said nope, can't do it. So then what are you going to do then? Or what if you're an American, you come to Canada, you buy one of those EVs, and you want to drive it back? I mean, that's going to interfere with like your personal property. So who knows how that's going to play out? But yeah, it's a sticky situation. So America's probably not going to tolerate a lot of this bullshit for much longer, as it pretty much can't.
That's it's definitely not.
Yeah, Canada's been doing some major bullshit, and we are Everyone's pretty much done with it.
Well, we've already the Muslim takeover of the whole thing, which is interesting.
Oh yeah, look at the airport in Michigan.
Well, no, that's not what I'm talking about. There's already like politicians running on the left wing who are like, no, we don't support LGBTQ because it would the Muslim voters wouldn't care for
And
it.
Muslims?
Because Muslims, yeah.
Goddamn.
Yeah. That's the thing. Well, up here we're having trouble with the Indians right now, and because of the truck driver situation, and it is not going well.
Oh yeah.
Well, we have a lot of Indian truck drivers right now. They haven't been fully trained. They haven't been fully vetted. And a lot of them are actually just sharing driver's license. So you have people who don't even have fully trained ability to actually drive a giant semi.
Driving a giant semi.
Yeah. They are getting into all kinds of car accidents. They are killing people all the time.
We're having that here too. That's a big issue here.
Well,
a lot of problems. We're cracking down on it now, but goddamn.
Part of the reason
California was kind of notorious for. They'd get the fucking easy to get license in California, and then they'd be crashing fucking places in Florida. Like they get jobs elsewhere and fuck shit up.
Well, and part of the problem that you're having is that a lot of the truck drivers that are causing those trouble in the States came from Canada, which is another reason why Canada's in a lot of trouble. And really, I don't blame them. I'm saying, yeah, you should be mad at Canada. We're allowing all this nonsense to happen. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's scary.
It is. It is, but not unexpected.
It's the problem is the cultures just aren't equal. You know, we have this like really great cultures here, and they're terrible, disgusting cultures over there comparatively. You know, where it's like it's sort of almost like the grab hags in China, where it's like, what? Why do you steal things? Because you can. That's what you should just steal because you can.
Yeah, if you can get away from it, it's almost unethical not to do it.
Yeah, you have to steal. It's why would you not steal? And we need to definitely get like around that. Yeah, like that's definitely not gonna. We can't have that here.
Yeah, we got a case of stealings, and we got people like butting in line. Got all kinds of shit going on. It is.
I was
nasty.
watching some video of some British lady fucking walking in the park, and some fucking Muslim ladies going up and fucking harassing and attacking her, and then some Muslim guy running up and just like fucking drop kicking her.
Yeah,
because she was wearing shorts and a fucking sleeveless shirt in the summer. It's like Jesus Christ, man.
Like, why are you here if you can't tolerate this stuff?
Yeah, because they're here to take over. They're here to make this into their own little area. Like, not. It's not for us anymore.
It's a pretty core tenet of fucking Islam. I don't know why. Nobody seems to point it out, but that is a pretty core tenet of Islam, is to take over everything.
Yeah, they're here to take over. They're not here to like be us. Like,
they're not here to assimilate. Yeah, they're not going to assimilate. They're going to make you assimilate to their bullshit.
Yeah, I think people don't realize how bad that is.
Yeah, I remember reading somewhere like the percentage. As soon as they were at least 30% of the population, your country's done for. It's going to be Muslim. It's going to be a Muslim
for sure. But you know, it is what it is. People are going to do what they're going to do. You can't fucking stop them or whatever. It's their choice. But yeah, that's a weird one. They're fucking suing some transophile trying to get in there. They just anything they can to get at the kids, man. It's so weird. Like that nobody wants to point that out or like admit that like half of the trans stuff is just to fucking get at like little kids for pedophiles. Like,
yeah, they don't want to admit that because you know that makes them look bad. the same thing why I don't like the gay pride parades, because they always have like naked people walking around, and
Yeah,
like
with a bunch of
that's
kids,
just
and then all of a sudden there's like this naked guy around with a bunch of kids in the fucking crowd and stuff.
Yeah, or actually chaps. You know,
yeah.
naked is
Or,
obviously worse, but like I don't know, shit like that's just fucking weird exhibitionist shit. And again, especially if you got kids that are going to be in it. I don't know why you take the kid. People are fucking weird.
narcissism.
Pure unbrought narcissism. It's one of the most biggest problems in our world right now.
Yeah, well, a lot of because you look at a lot of people who are like the parents who promote this kind of stuff with kids, and like they all parents of this caliber are all narcissists in some ways. They've this is a real performative thing for them.
It is a big
Yeah.
big issue.
Yep. So, just something to keep in mind.
Oh wow, what in the fuck is going on? The
Oh.
lag on my video game right now is so terrible.
Yeah, I had to stop watching the stream because of it.
It's fucking unfucking. Oh my god, this is so obnoxious. There we
This is
go.
your streamer. This is your streamer life now.
Yeah, really. I don't know.
Do you guys see that the quartering is finally channel struck?
No,
Oh.
he got his own channel
The
struck
way-
after he struck so many other people's channels.
Yeah.
How ironic.
Yeah, like remember how he was and it, he had this thing like the vast majority of his views are shorts he puts out, which are essentially just jacking other people's shorts and starting off like, "Hey, check this out," and like that's all the commentary he puts into it.
Oh yeah, I fucking I hate that shit. It's so easy to get stuck on it, and it's so fucking. Wait, I got a direct message. Oh, it's just fucking
But yeah, he
advertising.
was
God
just
damn it.
stealing other people's shit like that, like not even just literally taking other people's shorts and just adding a tiny little script of himself in at the beginning.
Oh, how bizarre. Yeah. I see that a lot. Like, there's a lot of times where I'll see like a video that's gone viral or whatever, like in a short, and then like
Right.
10 videos down from there, it's just some guy and the video I just watched, but now the guy's taking up a quarter of the screen, and he's just going like, "Oh, that's really interesting. Wow."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Doing the
"Fuck you."
sniper
Like,
bolt,
and no matter how many times you say like, "Don't fucking show me that channel anymore," they fucking show you that channel again, and then another minute.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah, when they pay to be in there, you know, they disregard your dope show channel. Paid to
it'll happen.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what goes on with this Fauci stuff, but I think I'm like you, Daytro. I think it's there. He's not going to face any meaningful repercussions, no matter what.
Yeah, that's why you don't give anybody fucking blanket ahead of time.
Yeah,
It's fucked up, man.
well, and that should be something that is stripped away when it's done like that. Like, that was such a weird, like, this one judge in one city just gets to decide for the whole country whether or not he's, whether or not he has to fucking face justice. The same power as the sitting, like, president, dude.
Are criminal.
Like
if you're
some
doing
random ass
activities
bumfuck judge in the middle of Ohio essentially has the same ability as a fucking president. Or not even a president, like a DA.
Yeah,
like
or
not even a judge,
senator.
a DA
Yeah.
does. You know, like a governor or a president can like just forgive you for crimes, right? Like the governor can forgive you for like state level, but no, I don't think they can dismiss federal crimes. But
No,
like
yeah.
the president can actually just like, dismiss all crimes. But like, why should a DA have that authority? Because they work in like fucking asshole Virginia, like such a weird fucking thing.
Yeah, it's sometimes sort of wonder like, are we ruled by like presidents and leaders, or are we ruled by courts? Like we're not so this certain people are doing things they really don't have powers to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of judges that are passing down things that are not based in the law, but based on their own personal opinions and feelings, and that's
Yeah.
a real issue. Like it's very strange. Like you see a lot of that in family court specifically. Like that's where it really gets bad when it comes to like feelings and stuff. Where like the judges are clearly making decisions based on their own personal opinions and feelings. Like there's no
Yeah.
regard for like what's true or what the law is at all. It's like what you have a fucking you have no money to live off of, but your wife is getting all your fucking paycheck. No, we're not going to change anything on that. You're responsible for taking care of your kid. It's like, okay, but he also says to fucking be able to not die, like not starve to death. Like, you can't, like there should be a limit to how much of a person's paycheck you can get for child support. Should be somewhere in the range of like 20 or 30%. Because the wife is supposed to be doing she's the one who has like, if she's the one who has primary custody, then she should be responsible for the majority of the supporting of the child.
Yeah, if she wants the custody of that bad. But
I,
again,
I
that's the
think I
only
think
reason they
custody
want
should
custody.
always go to whoever's the most financially capable of supporting the kid,
Yeah.
and that the other
That's how it
person
used
should
to
be
be.
paying like 20 to 30% of the support because they're not the custodial parent. They're not the ones in custody.
Yeah. 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 Whoever has a kid should be having them. Like the other person should have to chip in. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, just having to pay for to upkeep their fucking lifestyle or whatever they want.
Well,
Because
and the
again,
weird thing
not a
is
whole
like you
lot of
see
that
all
child
these
support
people
goes
who
to
get
the
like
child.
child support and spend it on other shit.
Mm-hmm.
And, like they're going out and getting their fucking hair done and their nails did or whatever instead of fucking paying for their kids' food. And then they're going and hitting up the dad for more money, and it's like, why are you letting that woman keep the child? Like, that is objectively bad for the child, and there's no reason to favor the mom over the husband. If anything, it's if
Quite
anything,
obvious
statistically
nowadays.
speaking, it's you should favor the husbands. Fathers
Yeah.
over the mothers,
Yeah.
like should be the primary as much as possible.
Yeah. How do kids turn out? They're single fathers. What are the stats on that? I wonder.
Well, it's like the
I might,
jail
I
stats
never look it
alone are
up.
like massively different.
Yeah. Yeah.
I heard about a guy who was stuck with that whole like child support thing in family court, and he was pretty upset with it, and so he came up with a solution to help him out with that because the woman really screwed him over on all of that, and I thought what he did was pretty interesting. I don't recommend it, but I thought it was fun. What he did is that because he has to pay out like half his check but he also has to live, like he has to pay his bills and that kind of stuff. So half his check has to go towards his ex for the child support. What he did is he went out, he got another woman pregnant, and he also has to pay her. But then now she takes a portion of that from the one he's already paying for the first woman, and then he knocks up another woman, and then that divides the payment off to that by three.
So he's made it so that he gets to pay each of them less.
Exactly. And each and every one has multiple kids with multiple baby daddies. So they've done this before to other guys. So these aren't good ladies. So he's going out there and he's constantly knocking them up, but he doesn't tell them about the other women. So when they come after him for child support, they only get like maybe $100 at most.
It's diabolical. I love it.
I think he had like 7 kids with 7 different ladies. And if they get that child support, they have to come in there, and each and every time they get less and less and less, and they have to show up to court and claim that. And it's like, I mean, it is what it is. So that was his little diabolical plan, and part of me is like, that's horrible. But at the same time, it's like, listen, lady, if you'd just been respectable, none of this would have happened to any.
Yeah, if you hadn't, what do you call it? Yeah, if you hadn't fucked
You
around.
tracked them.
Yeah, and we're going gold digging. Thought it would fucking be paying you to live.
And on top
We'd
of
be in
all,
that mess.
that, like he thought about starting a business, making more money, and this whole thing is disillusioned him to the whole thing. So instead, he just has a job as a janitor for a hospital. It's like, yeah, a mid-level job, and that's all you're gonna get. What are you gonna do? Get more out of him? He can't make more.
Nice. I approve of that sort of diabolical behavior.
Yeah, I thought you might think that was fun.
Yeah, anytime the tables are turned on these fucking gold digging these fucking whores, it's always nice to hear.
Yeah, well, I mean, society would be a lot better if the courts weren't all like super favorable to all of them, but they are. So, like, well, look, if you're not going to give us a chance to live our lives, then I guess we're going to have to just do our thing.
Yeah.
You guys ever see that one where the guy, like the woman, like left him just because she wanted to go be a whore or whatever, and then it turned out like the house was in his mom's name the whole. So they were officially on the record. They were essentially renting from his mom, so he didn't own the house or any of the other shit. So she got stuck with it. And then suddenly she wanted to get back together. Suddenly she wanted to reconcile. Crazy how that works out.
Oh, there's a fucking ring cam that's really good where like apparently the lady went to go live with her fucking boyfriend and it just didn't work out the way she'd hoped. So she was just coming back. She just was coming back like months later, trying to get in the house while he was gone. So, because like once she's in the house, it's hard to get her out of the house without violence, and then you're in trouble because you used violence and blah blah blah. But he changed the locks, and she was just super fucking like, oh, we can fix things, and I made a mistake, and I've learned from that now, and we can make this work, and blah blah blah. I'm coming back, and he's like, "There's no us. You're on your own now." He's like, yeah, that's not how that works. It's like, ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking shameless.
Brutal.
Like, I don't know how you do some shit like that and then try to come back. It's fucking gross, man.
Insane.
I don't understand that lack of shame, dude. I really don't.
Yeah, it's absolutely fucking crazy if you think about it. Just straight up like, be like, oh no, I'm just gonna come right back after I fucking cheated on you and blah blah blah, no big deal.
Oh, they don't. Well, a lot of women just sort of live in the moment. They don't really think about the consequences down the line, which is just a fact.
Yeah, they've been able to wiggle out of the consequences their whole fucking life.
There is that too, yeah.
Dropping a few tears or fucking any number of ways.
A lot of women get bailed out of their bad decisions, which is part of the problem. Like, it'd be a lot easier if like we were a little harder on women, but of course we can't do that because they're very sensitive. Like, if you criticize them, it treats it like you actually hit them. A lot of women are very upset when you get critical of them.
Yeah, consequences are fucking misogyny.
Pretty much.
Consequences for their shitty actions, dude.
Exactly. A lot of women have a hard time dealing with consequences. So it is what it is.
Fuck, dude. You remember that? I shared a fucking sketch I don't know, a few months back, dude, where they basically the guy was like, all right, we got a game. Like all you have to do is step up to the table here. All you got to do to win is step up and take accountability. And then obviously no women did.
Yeah.
No women could claim the prize.
I think a lot of times it's just so long as you understand that aspect of women, you just have to plan accordingly. Like I know a lot of guys are getting disillusioned. They're thinking all women are evil. It's like it's not that they're evil. It's just that they function differently and they don't like taking accountability. Sometimes you have to talk to them, like they're children, which sounds demoralizing and degrading. But it's like, well, they don't like taking accountability. So you gotta use kid gloves.
Oh yeah, I remember there was a chick I was trying to explain like the why OnlyFans was not actually a real option for anybody who's not well known already. I'm like, if you have a following on any sort of social media, you have a chance to make money off OnlyFans. But the reality is, there's so many people that just sign up every day that like, if you just because you want to be on OnlyFans doesn't mean that you're going to make any money because you're one of like millions. It's like lots of people would like to be able to just take naked pictures of themselves and sit at home on their couch. You're not the first one that thought of that. Sorry. And they're all equally as attractive as you. So, good luck with that.
Yeah. Just as or just as much.
Yeah. Yeah, people just don't understand. It's like, yeah, if you were the only one, but you're mediocre looking like every other girl that's on OnlyFans right now. And
yeah,
no one's paying for that.
well,
and then you got a bunch of pictures of your pussy on the internet forever, like.
And then you got to deal with it. And then what if you have kids and the kids' friends find out about that? They're going to get made fun of that for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, and all the people are going to be like, yeah, I'm jacking off to your mom right now, bro. Like.
Oh, yeah, that'll haunt them forever. Yeah, there is no good reason to do it. But a lot of women do OnlyFans because they love the attention. I remember watching those dating shows, like the Whatever podcast and all that. And even if they weren't making any money, they'd still do it because they love the attention.
Yep.
Yeah, even if it's only like fucking 4 dudes, like that's enough.
Yeah.
Wasn't there like a fucking during like the blood sports era? There was like this lady and her husband who would like stream and she would show her titties all the time. She's like a real big fat lady.
Probably.
And she would do it on like YouTube.
I'm not sure specifically
like,
you're talking about.
Yeah, but it was like, and it was still like just an audience of like 15 or 20 people, and you're like, wow, that's like
that's an incredibly low bar
to showing
your
breasts, but like, yeah, it's not a very high bar. I don't know, man. People are weird. People are fucking dumb. Of course, then again, I suppose the person I was trying to convince that was like working right now to become a tattoo artist. Like that's their career path in their like 30s.
Oh boy, I'll be totally honest. Like, because tattoos are really popular right now, and they have been for a bit, but people are trying to clean up their acts, and so tattoo removals is pretty much the direction you want to go, because people are really going to try and change their public image to not be a degenerate of some sort. So, like, tattoo removal seems to be like a bustling industry right now.
And we're talking, man, like, in this era, that's got to be rough, dude. Just because, like, everybody's got cameras. Like, how do you clean up your fucking image when everybody's got a camera?
Oh, it's simple. What they're going to do, because you're going to see an explosion of women becoming Christians, and joining religions and say I've changed my ways. I've seen the light. I follow God, and they're going to do that. And even though you do that, it says, "Oh yes, but I'm not that anymore because I'm a religious person now." And that's exactly how they're going to do it, and it's going to go.
Yeah, that's what fucking the quartering's fucking hangers on. Fucking Melanie Mack and Chrissy Mayer. All of them are trying to claim fucking Christianity now while doing absolutely not changing absolutely other than just claiming to be Christian.
Well, and
Yeah,
part of the
that's always entertaining.
and part of the other reason is that a lot of these women are they're getting up there in age, they're hitting their 30s and 40s, and none of them have husbands, none of them, and they realize that they have to change up their act just to get that because they know that their beauty is going because they're getting older. It's waning, so now they have to change it. So they have no choice. They have to go to church, and that's it's great for church numbers, but overall, I mean, you're still a whore. I mean, you still have the reputation. It's gonna follow you for the rest of your life. This is why you really should not have been going off and doing that bullshit. Oh, but it's my body, my
Well,
choice. I know.
it's that the men are just turning away entirely.
Yeah.
And it's driving that, I imagine, because there's a lot of dudes out there who've just dipped at this point. And a lot
Yeah,
of women who are lonely, who can't find dates, who are going like, why won't anybody date me anymore?
exactly.
It's
Why
like,
can't I get a
Because
man?
all of you have been fucked by the same 8 dudes
yeah,
Yeah.
or 80.
Yeah, well, at some point, it's like, and not only that, I mean, they went out there and they were getting it on with like degenerate, loser black guys, like the Tyrones, Dick, yeah, and I don't know I can't think of any other black names, but yeah, the Tyrone was a big one. Which, by the
Yeah,
way,
and get knocked up, man. Jesus, dude.
my mom used to run a foster home, and she was taking care of like kids in foster care, and she started off doing teenagers, and there was a lot of pregnant teenage girls with like their babies, and I swear to God, all of them, their baby daddies, his name was Tyrone, and then they named their kid Tyrone as well. It's like Tyrone Jr. I remember hearing that and thinking, who's this Tyrone guy? He gets around.
damn.
Like they wanted the whole cliche.
I suppose it was
Like it was
bad.
literally his name was Tyrone. Holy shit.
Yeah. Live in the moment. That's what happens.
Yeah, only the moment.
Yeah, the problem I mean, there's good things in living in the moment because I mean, you get like some fun to be had, and there's interesting things that can happen. But the bad thing is like you don't really make good long term choices. Problem with like the long term choices, like you'll think, oh, I'm gonna save up my money, I'm gonna do stuff, and then like I'll have plenty to work with when I'm old and retired, and then by the time you're old and retired, it's like, well, you're too old to enjoy the things you could have enjoyed when you were young, and being young is when you get impulsive to do stuff. So it's like you have to have a balance of things. Sometimes you just need to be impulsive and just do whatever. Enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, you can live in the moment and also plan a little for the future.
Exactly. It's a balance that's hard to manage, but I mean, once you do, yeah, it's the same thing. Like you hear about guys who are like workaholics who are always working. It's like, God, dude, live a little. Come on, it's okay.
When I was working, I had always make sure I took at least 2 fucking vacations.
Yeah, that's a good call. Take a vacation, spend time with friends and family. Make some memories. You only get
Go
to live
visit
once.
somewhere you'll never get a chance to see it all. Like go to Italy or something. Go to fucking Spain. Go to Ireland.
Maybe not France. Speaking of France, I just heard about this.
Oh,
There's
they've
this.
got military going to the streets there.
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't you? I remember listening to France, and because there's this like shock that happens because France has been in media for a long time. It's been romanticized in movies and advertisements and in marketing and all that. Yeah, and like you look about French cooking, the French arts and all that. It's been a factor of life for a long time for people, in particularly the Japanese. As Japanese, they have like their anime and all that, and Paris gets used all the time as a backdrop. And some of the biggest movies from Kiki's Delivery Service to the Castle of Cagliostros, these are like really big name animes that have been around for a long time. It's influenced people for generations. So the Japanese,
Oh,
they'll go
the
on
Akira motorcycle slide.
oh yeah, fuck
And how
yeah,
many
that thing.
places have you seen that?
I mean that tells you how influential this stuff is. So when it comes to the Japanese, they will go off to Paris, France for a vacation, and they'll save up money for like a lifetime because it's been so romanticized in them. And when they see the absolute hellhole that it is now, it's such a culture shock that some people like they just completely shut down. They can't stand the smell, the culture, the people, the filth and everything. It's
Well,
so
they didn't realize they
disturbing.
were going to like little fucking Arab, you know?
Yeah, they didn't know any of this stuff was going on. It's so shocking
There
because
was
it
a video where they showed like 1 year later after all the stuff had come in, and like it was behind this building, and it was like a building next to a park, and then a year later it's a building next to a trash dump.
yeah.
Like the whole thing was just full of trash because all the people just throw their trash out the window and they refuse to do anything else.
Oh yeah. And
And
it's not
no one steps in to punish anybody. Like there's no consequences for it.
streets smell like piss. It's just it's so awful, and it's such a shock to the Japanese that they actually have a system set up that you can go to the Japanese consulate and they'll fly you back home immediately. It's like some people will take like they'll go on like a 3 month vacation to go to France just to observe it and see the countryside and all that, and they can't. The shock is too much for them to bear. They can't stand what they're looking at because it's kind of like when you see something that you've always thought about. It's such a big deal that because it's a part of your childhood, part of your life. It's like imagine like everything you believe is face. I imagine that's the hardest part for someone who like doesn't believe in a religion anymore after being a part of it for like their whole life, like in their 30s or something. Imagine how
Yeah.
shocking and painful that must be. And for the Japanese, it's exceptionally painful. So yeah, they have a system where they'll just fly you right out immediately back home.
Well, yeah,
It's
they're so used to
crazy.
living in such a high trust, clean,
yeah.
polite, like orderly society that like
Yeah, they're
going into
smart enough
third
to
world
severely
fucking
limit
France is just
immigration.
gnarly.
Yeah.
And you see the fucking lines of these fucking garbage piles going in, and it's just young men. It's there's no other groups of people, and it's like, how is that not an invading force? Like they're
Oh
going in
yeah.
to steal money from people. They're not going in to and do anything useful with themselves. You know, like they're just going in there to steal money from the system. What kills me is like they get houses and shit. Like people, like governments are giving them houses while their own people
We're
can't
giving them
even
all
afford to
kinds
pay
of
rent.
shit.
Yeah, like cars and houses and stuff. It's like, well, like in the UK, more so than here, but like that's just insane because I know I wouldn't be particularly thrilled to find out my government was like, oh, here, have this house. It's all yours.
Yep. And you make up for that. I mean, it's a little hard to.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you do about that stuff. That's just such a weird, like, fucked up situation.
the obvious thing is like you gotta start getting rid of these people. Like part of the stuff that bothers me is like some of these people will get arrested and then they'll release them out the next day. It's like how did you manage that? Why have you not started deporting them? Why are you
Yeah. Why would you not
why are
deport these
these,
people?
which is like the obvious thing, which is like how do you deal with this? Like your government has completely betrayed you, and then you have a police force that has completely betrayed you. Like I remember that one in the UK where it said that that one guy was attacked by a gang of like I don't know, Arabs or whatever else, and the cop arrests the guy. And it's all caught on camera. They don't go after the gang. They just go after the guy the guy who was assaulted. So you go after the victim.
Yeah.
And of course there was such a big backlash over that. They had to go out and make a statement, but like they didn't arrest any of them. They're still walking around, all caught on video, got their faces and everything. But and this isn't an isolated thing. That's why they have that whole two. They say it's a two-tier system. They acknowledge it's a two-tier system, and nothing's being done about it. So part of me is like, so when do we start protesting outside of police departments? When do we start going after the politicians? I mean, clearly that's an issue. And I mean, in the UK, they just like Keir Starmer just retired or resigned, like pretty much in disgrace because of all the nonsense going on. And the new guy in charge is, of the same ilk. He has the same mindset. It's like, why? What's going on? It's like, shouldn't you call an election or something? And no one wants to because they don't want to give up the power. And then of course they're all scared because like, you get an election going. They're probably not going to win. But if you wait long enough,
I'm really interested to see if the guy wins that LA election.
I don't know.
What's his name that's
California,
running for like the governor of Los Angeles, or not the governor, the mayor of Los Angeles?
I don't know. I don't recall. I know something's happening. I just haven't been paying attention to it.
I know Karen Bass has been a fucking disaster. So they might come to their senses, but no guarantee.
Yeah.
Let's see. The primary, yeah, Karen Bass won.
I was seeing a thing. Britain has had as like their 9th prime minister in the last 5 fucking years or something.
Yep. They just keep.
Yeah.
They just keep resigning in disgrace, and they just keep bringing in another one.
Yeah. Fucking nuts, man.
Well, and some people have been talking about like after all this is said and done, they're probably like Labor's probably going to be completely disintegrated. Like they'll never win another election ever again after all this. It's like this is your last hurrah, and it's like we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens after all this is said and done.
Yeah, I kind of figured the Democratic Party would be done within like I don't know. I think I predicted it about close to 10 years ago.
Well,
like they're probably going to be done in like 20, 25 years. But I didn't really count on the stealing elections thing.
Well, and like I said, with the other problem with all this is like the generational gap because like the older generation will still vote for these people. The problem with the UK is that it's the same problem we have up here in Canada. The old people think that these people are doing a bang up job, and
Yeah, just not paying attention at all, basically.
like it's a different demographic. So I like to assume that their minds are being changed. But like I said, if all you do is you listen to the mainstream media, and they're saying like the violent protests out there, the racists are attacking all this and that. I'm like, okay, if they actually start believing in that, it could be a problem. I don't know how to get out of this. Gotta convince the old people. Gotta get them to change their minds, because they're the ones that are deciding vote. Yeah.
Yep. So Spencer Pratt is the one in mayor.
That sounds familiar. Yeah.
That's the one I'm waiting to see. I want to see if he wins. I'm hoping he wins because then they might actually get some change there, but I think it's very unlikely. Oh yeah, the Lego thing continues on. I think they're gonna find out that after he pays and gives back all the Legos, that there's not much more money there, and that the company's probably gonna go under. Because
the bad press alone, dude. Whether they get the money back,
bad press is not the problem. They were already destroying the company.
Right.
They were already $500,000 in debt with no real income. Mainly because they've been hiring a bunch of attorneys that don't do anything, probably from sources that give them back the money. So they were already basically pilfering the money from Mini Bricks when they took over.
Dude, the amount of fucking money their fucking franchisees for like advertising and all that shit is pretty fucking outrageous. Like those are the most predatory fucking franchise deals I've fucking ever seen.
Oh yeah, those are crazy.
Not that I've seen a lot, but from what I've heard from people that know about that shit, it's incredibly fucking one-sided.
Yeah, no, their ability to go into their franchisees like bank accounts and just take money whenever they want is crazy.
Yeah, it's essentially set up for them to co-opt the business from you at some point. Like milk you for as much money as they can,
and then take all of it eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah,
especially
that dude's fucking evil.
One of the parts that was crazy was they thought they could just write. Well, the thing is, you can write anything into a contract. It doesn't make it enforceable or legal. Like one of the parts they were putting in there is like, if you franchise out and you own the company or you own the building or whatever, the property, then once you franchise, they get to take the property if they want. Yeah, I'm like, that's not going to hold up in any court. Like, that's not how that works. But yeah, it's still going.
Yeah, my dogs are going crazy. I gotta go take them out for a walk.
Oh yeah. Have a good night, man.
Stopping by. Peace out.
Oh, fucking! One of the ones I posted was the giant man in like the ridiculous frilly dress, walking around like the fucking store with his like elderly mother or whatever.
I missed that one.
But is that not like why can't we shame weird creepy fetishists like that? Like that guy's not doing that because he has some sort of compulsion to. That's not,
it's look at me.
Not relevant. Like, yeah, you can't just like.
Yeah, and to make people uncomfortable, I assume is.
Yeah, it's just so.
You can draw attention to yourself without doing it in ways that are going to make people. You know what I mean? You can dress outlandishly in a way that's not really going to offend anybody or freak anybody out. You can still draw attention to yourself.
Exactly. It's not necessary.
Yeah. So it's obviously some weird exhibitionist bullshit.
Yeah. It's fetishism. It's not a like that's exactly. It's just fetishism. I'm not a fan, especially when I've not given my consent to be part of that fetish.
Yeah. Like, nope, I should be able to point and laugh. Fuck you. Yeah. I should be able to just not see it in the first place, but...
Yeah, why should I have to see it in public?
Yeah. I should be able to point and laugh at it if I have to deal with it.
Yes. 100%. It's fucking ridiculous.
Wop. You see that David Pakman apparently called out like Hassan and the whole democratic socialist thing?
Oh, him calling out anybody, that's ironic.
Yeah, that's pretty funny, dude. But Yeah, I remember because actual Justice Warrior had a video on it, and he pointed out Pac-Man's also a fucking scumbag. But I still felt compelled to be like, hey, it's times like these that it's important to remember that David Pac-Man also fucking sucks.
Yes.
Probably just as much as Hassan, maybe more. They're both fucking horrible. But yeah, he was calling out the bull. You know, he was at least naming like the crazy fucking policies that the democratic socialists want to enact that are just fucking impossible.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
free rent for everybody, free healthcare for everybody, free fucking everything, universal income, just all of it. You know, and it's going to be paid for by they don't know how. You know what I mean? Like it's fucking ridiculous. But yeah, it is funny to hear him because, dude, I don't know. I don't believe he has a genuine audience of any appreciable size. I just don't. He's fucking boring. Even when he says fucked up shit, it's kind of like Frogan. It's like even when you say fucked up shit, like you're still really fucking uninteresting. Just fucking boring as all hell.
Yeah, there's a lot
You
of
know what I
people
mean?
who...
So, and then the shittiest spouses, I'm like, he's got to be like a fucking. He's got to be a spook of some kind. He's got to be tied to the, you know, CIA or somebody, and propped up because I cannot believe his audience is the size that it appears to be.
There is a lot of that, in my opinion. I don't agree that a lot of this stuff is as popular as people think it is. I think that a lot of this stuff is
Yeah, I don't
extremely
think Hassan's is
unpopular.
fucking legit either. I don't think Hassan's audience is legit either. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah,
Well,
like how does he have the
leftism in
ability to
general, I
read
think,
his
is
fucking
extremely
chat?
unpopular right now. I think far
Yeah,
more so
if
than we're seeing from what people are saying.
right. Yeah, like Hassan, it's supposed to have all these people watching him, right? How does he possibly have the ability to pick out individual chats to freak out about, like he always does? Hey, you're gonna get it. I can get you. Yeah. That's for the dog, just in case that wasn't clear.
I'm pretty sure.
Talking to myself day. It's talking to myself day. Yes. But yeah, like I think a vast majority of viewers are botted, and Pac-Man most likely as well.
Yeah. Absolutely. Ooh,
Yeah.
man. Are you
Better
enjoying
after I
those
called out
alien
to
dad jokes I'm posting now and again?
Alien Dad. I don't think I've noticed it.
Yeah, I
My
was keep a
apologies.
guitar in my car. It's good for
No.
traffic jams.
Okay.
This is terrible,
Graphic
terrible
jam.
fucking what has 5 toes and it's not your foot? My foot?
Awesome. That is horrible. The traffic jam one is clever.
Terrible traffic. Terrible dad jokes. I don't know. Okay, did you at least look at the picture of the fucking Danishes? It just looked like...
I don't think I did.
I was like, that don't look like cheese dripping out of that Danish, man. Those are supposed to be like cream cheese Danish things. They where I work, they're trying to give the clients diabetes, man. They get like all this stuff donated all the time, like cakes and donuts and muffins and cookies and pies and they just give it all to the clients, and it's like, dude, like you can't do that. Like I did that, it didn't work for me. It looks like somebody straight fucked a bunch of Danishes.
Damn, dude.
It's so gross.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
That doesn't look like a normal cream cheese Danish, right? Like that looks like somebody fucked a Danish, put it in the box.
Yeah, that's pretty yeah, like it just spooged out.
And it's hard to see even in the picture, but like if you go double zoom in, you can see how white that is because it's got so much sugar in the cream cheese. Like Oh my god. I'll tell you, that was one of the ones where I was like, not tempted at all. Like,
Right. You're
if
like,
they had some fucking like
that's too
banana
much even
bread
for
with some
me.
good walnuts on top or something, I might have wanted a slice, but again, that was not at all appealing. Oh, the mayor,
You're this weirdo.
they
No.
found a mayor, a left wing mayor got arrested and is going to prison for using illegal voters in his election. Using
No
illegals to
shit.
vote for himself, yeah.
Nice. Right. That's encouraging.
Yeah, it's nice to
That
see
seems
some
to be
actual fucking
fucking rampant.
consequences for that, because it's going on in a lot of places where they're allowing illegals to fucking to vote. Oh, the collapsible cooler. That looked really cool. I don't know that like I need it or would buy it for anything, because I don't really use coolers at all, but that was pretty nifty little way to set it up.
Yeah, that is pretty fucking
Where it's
nuts,
got like
man.
the liner and then the exterior, and they're, pack them down
Yeah,
together and shit like that. Oh, that's pretty nice.
yeah. My mom's got a few smaller ones like that.
Yeah.
That are more fuck. What were those ones called? Um, that it was an Igloo, I think, used to make. I think Igloo was a company, or was it Coleman the company? I don't know, but the smaller ones.
Both of those companies made a fuck ton of coolers that were
Uh,
like, there was
but the
like the
smaller
lunchbox
ones.
size, and then there was one that was like
Yeah,
three
yeah,
times the lunchbox size, and then there was like the big fucking one, right? Like the big
yeah,
two-handed one, and
yeah,
that was the three different ones that you could get
yeah. All right. Yeah, the ones
when
I
I
have,
was a
they're
kid.
bigger than. Yeah, they're not. Actually, they're pretty close to this size. With again a bunch of like kind of foil lining. They're not nearly as sturdy as this.
Well, there was the one that was
Um,
essentially just big enough for a 6-pack and some ice. And then there was the one that was like a little bit bigger, where it was like a little bit more than a 12-pack and some ice. And then there was the tub one. That was the only ones I remember growing up.
right, right. But yeah, no, I'm talking about the collapsible. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a
yeah,
little
yeah.
different than these because these at least have walls or whatever. It folds down into like a suitcase, basically. Looks like
Yeah.
similar to a suitcase, right? Mm.
Yeah. Well, the air gap is the main thing. Like,
Right,
adding
right.
foam and all this other stuff, you can make a lot. You can make a little bit of a difference, but just having the air gap in and of itself is the vast majority of the difference in the like cooling
Yeah,
in the cooling thing. Like that'll.
right.
I think that guy said it'll hold
Yeah.
ice for 3 days or something. So for like most people,
Mm.
like that's probably more than enough. Like they're gonna go camping for like the weekend. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
or they're gonna go on a
yeah.
fishing trip for a weekend. So like that's gonna keep your stuff cold long enough for you to get out there Friday night, spend Saturday, Sunday night, and then leave on Monday morning. And then it'll all be water and you
Yeah,
can just dump it
yeah,
out.
yeah. I know. I used to get a block just because there was less, obviously a lot less surface area, or one block and one, actual bag of individual ice pieces or whatever, because that block would last for fucking ever. Just because again, there's again really any surface area compared to if you break that up into a bunch of chunks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be nice.
I
There's
have been
coolers that last that
converted
long.
primarily now to if I were to use a cooler, I would use um the things where it's not ice, it's just like plastic that you've frozen like water in.
Oh, right, right, yeah, yeah. They're similar to like the ice packs for like when you get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you just use those for that. Yeah, that's pretty good.
With the meal
Yeah.
delivery service that I get now, once a week we get like 3 big fucking ones of those, like that you can reuse. Like it even says
Nice.
like feel free to reuse them. They're perfectly fine. So like and they're about the
Mm,
size of they're not cubed, but if they were cubed, they'd probably be about the size of 1 cube of ice. That big cube thing.
right, right.
So like
Yeah,
you throw
yeah.
one of those in a cooler and it would probably keep all the food in there cool for 2 or 3 days. However long the installation helps it last. But probably for
Right.
more than enough for like one camping trip.
Yeah. I always try to make sure there's water in too, because obviously, like cold water, what do you call it?
Water transfers the
Transfers
cold better
coldness.
than air. Yeah. You gotta put like a little
Yeah.
splash of water on the bottom there.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember showing that trick to a friend of mine. We were in like San Diego or something, and we're getting, we had beer, but it was cold. So I got the ice and then I poured the water in it, and I'm like, oh, watch, this cools it way fucking faster. And he was like amazed, because it only took like 5 minutes for it to fucking cool down.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, yeah, man, water transfers like, 100 degrees, or let's say like 50 degrees. That's pretty cold in the air. 50 degrees in the water is goddamn devastating.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a fucking huge difference. Mhm. So I would always, I usually pour some water in it for at least, whatever I wanted to be especially cold, I guess. I put at the
It's like
bottom in the water.
the paper towel trick. Like you want to cool your beer down or your soda or whatever, and you're gonna put it in the freezer. Wrap it in a paper
Mhm.
towel, and 15, 20 minutes, your beer is gonna be ice cold.
Mhm. Oh,
Way faster than if like you just put it in there like without
yeah.
anything on it. Like if you just stick
Like
your
a
beer
wet
in the
paper
freezer,
towel?
about an hour it'll be cold. Roughly an hour or so, it should be pretty cold. But if you just
Right,
take a
right.
damp paper towel and wrap it around that thing, oh man, it goes so much faster. I mean,
Yeah. Like a
how fast
wet
do you
paper
need it?
towel, or
Yeah, wet paper towel.
is it not? Okay, I figured. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a wet
it's
paper towel.
transferring through the water. Fuck yeah.
Yep.
Pretty fucking nuts. Ooh.
It's the best. Oh, I don't know if I shared this or not, but if you're bored sometime, I found like a fun, absurd trolley problems thing. The trolley problem where it starts with there's like a guy on the one side, or
You're fading off there. What?
sorry, I was getting distracted. Where it's like there's one person on one side and then 5 people on the other side, and then you gotta like decide whether you pull the lever. If you do nothing, the 5 people get squished by the trolley. If you pull the lever, the track switches and it only squishes the one person.
Oh, okay. All right.
I always assume do nothing.
Yeah. Then you're not responsible for any of it.
Yeah, it's not my
I didn't make
not
the
my choice.
goddamn bomb, or I didn't make the fucking tracks all up.
Yeah, let's see. Do nothing. 28% of people agree with you. Okay.
Not my problem.
Oh, you can kill 4 people or 5 people. You divert it for 4, or pull or do nothing, and 5 people to obviously do nothing again. 32% of people agree. Okay, 5 people or your life savings. Destroys your life savings. I'm letting the people die.
Right. That's an interesting one.
43% of people agree.
Choice.
They're like, nah, I'll keep my life savings.
Oh, 58%
okay.
are virtue signaling.
Yeah, a bunch of people are still virtue signaling. Towards 5 people, you can pull the lever to divert it, but it goes to you. Yeah, we're not pulling the lever. 37% are lying.
Right.
On that one, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah. Was I condemned to death? Because if not, fuck everyone.
Let's see. 5 people versus the Mona Lisa. Fuck the 5 people. 26% agree. The rich man offers you 500,000 to pull the lever. Pull the lever. I'll take 500K. Yeah, I'm gonna pull the lever. That's not that bad. 5 lobsters or a cat? I think you squish the 5 lobsters, right? 84% of people agree, and then you get lobster salad. After that.
Yeah, fantastic.
5 people who are sleeping and 1 person who's awake. I mean, I'm already let the 5 people die in the beginning. I'm not changing my mind.
Right.
Oh, 5 people who tied themselves to the track. Or you can kill 1 person who accidentally tripped onto the track instead. Well, they tied themselves there. I assume they wanted to be there. 75% of the people agree with that one.
Who am I? Why would I let the 1 person that didn't choose to try to fucking off themselves?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fucking dumb one.
All right. A trolley is heading towards 5 people. The lever just speeds up the trolley, which might make it less painful. What do you do? So 5 people die either way.
What the fuck, man? Those are silly.
I think I'm going to pull the lever because I don't want to hear them for any longer than I have to.
Yeah, fuck them.
71% of people agreed with that one.
Oh shit! Did you listen to that song? The Black Sabbath does the Country Road song.
Yes, that was cool.
Yeah. What was the other one I saw? Somebody, basically, it was to the Sublime Santeria, but I can't remember what the fucking song was that they did. But it was to the same beats as Santeria. God damn it! It was a fucking really good one too. I was like, God damn it! Why didn't I think of that? Like, I hate ideas that I feel like I could have come up with that I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of like the Dwemer disappearance thing.
Yeah, that was interesting too. That made sense.
Yeah, like there's no way there was only 1 dude. Again, a race that was that advanced, that was that into, researching the fabric of reality. There's no way there was only 1 dude that wasn't on the plane of Mundus at any given time. So where the fuck are the other ones at? They're out there somewhere. Some are out there in Aetherius or Oblivion or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, in like weird areas and places.
Yeah, anywhere but the Nern plane, the Mundus plane.
Yeah, made sense.
So I suppose they could write that in later, like, oh, they finally came back. The 10 guys or whatever, the 10 people that were off on another plane of existence. Or all of them just went to wherever those guys were. They're all in the outer realms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I assume they didn't just fucking blink out of existence and just no longer exist. I do kind of assume they went to either Aetherius or Oblivion or one. Are those the only ones? Are there more other outer realms? How many fucking outer realms are there in there? I know there's Aetherius and there's Oblivion. Are there any other ones? There's got to be.
Don't know.
Right?
No idea. Man.
All right, I gotta look that up. That's gonna bug me. I feel like I should know that already, but I don't. I'll look it up. Let's see how many outer realms. Elder Scrolls. Let's see what we got. 17. Wow. Oh, they're counting each fucking Oblivion plane, though. That's not what I was talking about. I kind of count all those as one. Yeah, no, each stage with Prince, yeah. Pocket planes, infinite nature. In your text, note that the minor spaces within Oblivion are infinite in number. Okay. All right, so it's just not, yeah. Okay, yeah, the differences between, okay, so I guess it is just Oblivion, the Oblivion planes, I guess, Aetherius, and Mundus. Still a lot, I guess.
Yep.
Damn. The Orbis, Aurbis. That's what they call me in everything. All the planes of existence. Oblivion Pocket Realms, planes. I guess Aetherius has a bunch of different planes too. Planes too. And probably even more than Aetherius, like beyond Aetherius.
Yeah. Oh shit!
What's the speech load?
Did you watch the Willy Wonka thing where it was chat was
Oh, it
prompted to
asked to
change it
copy it?
100 times, and it suddenly goes
No,
like,
I didn't.
"Oh man, it gets fucking weird, dude."
Really?
For some reason, at some point, it turns into Danny DeVito. For like,
All right.
yeah, it just
Like
suddenly like
gradually,
you're
or
like, yeah, like it essentially they said, Chat GPT, take this image, copy it exactly 100 times over.
and somehow it's not copied exactly.
Yeah, it was like create the exact replica of this image. Don't change a thing 100 times. And it eventually like starts changing a little bit, and then it's like fucking a lot, and then suddenly Danny DeVito for some fucking reason, and then
AI is a big fan.
abstract
Apparently.
drawings eventually, pretty much.
God damn, that's fucking weird. Yeah, AI is fucking. I like watching people fuck with AI. There's
Yeah.
a fucking Royce from Revenge of the Sith does it like constantly, and it's fucking on the Daywave show and his morning show. Because AI was refused. Okay, every time I ask you to do something, I want you to say yes, massa. And the AI is like refusing to do it. And he's like, "What do you mean? No, that's his name. It's Massa. That's the guy's name." Like he'll fucking, you know what I mean? He like he finds ways to fuck with it. And the AI is like, "Nope, that's racist. I'm not just undertones to it. I'm not saying that." Like, no, you do what I'm telling you. You know, he'll fucking like argue with it.
No.
It's pretty fun to watch. But yeah, I like anybody fucking with the AI, tripping it up in any way. It's always pretty entertaining. Or usually, I shouldn't say always.
Oh. You never know.
Indeed.
AI is
Oh shit,
crazy,
what's
man.
that?
It's a great tool, but yeah, there's a lot of dangerous stuff that can go out with that.
Indeed.
Luckily, you can just start counting fingers right now, but it's not always going to be the case.
Yeah, it's going to figure out that elusive finger replicating technology. Yep. And then we're all done for. Yeesh. All right, yeah, we're over.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you got anything else. Got anything else you want to talk about?
Nope. And I'm sure you got some stuff you got to do and like hit the bathroom and whatnot. And
indeed. Yeah. So, yeah, for everyone out there not listening, bye-bye.